Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. So this is a clip from a previously recorded video. This is a much shorter clip of it. But as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in closing companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. And let's get into the clip. Let's take a look at the miners that are currently undervalued. So this is the latest data that we do have on the miners. I included in here Riot, Marathon, CleanSpark, Bitfarms, Cypher, TeraWolf, Hive, Hut, 8, and Iris Energy in here as well. And this is the latest data that we do have on them as far as stock price is concerned. Shares outstanding. Shares outstanding, I'm using the latest reported numbers from them, from their quarterly filings or any kind of press releases that they provide as far as if they have any shares outstanding. This is where I'm getting the information now. In the past, I was using Microsoft Excel, stock function, to get the shares outstanding in market cap. Or actually, I was getting it in the market cap, and I believe I was taking the market cap, dividing it by stock price, and then that's how I was getting the shares outstanding, and that wasn't coming up right. So now we're using that data. So if you guys have any questions about the differences between market cap that I'm showing here and what's being reported on other third-party services, that is the reason why, okay? We got quite a bit of backlash from using the third-party services, so we're doing this going forward, okay? Just to point that out. So currently, obviously, Riot has the highest market cap right now at $2 billion roughly. Marathon second place here with 1.68 billion in market cap. Then you got probably, who's next in here in line, would be probably Cypher at 614 million, followed by CleanSpark at 504, and then we would have Hut 8 at 449, TeraWolf at 345, then we would have Bitfarms at 276, Hive at 263, and Iris at 219 million on that one. I also took out HODL position for these, and this is how they would rack up right now with HODL position on their market cap without HODL. And hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, let me see if I can zoom this in for you guys a little bit more. There we go. So we got that. Also, I'm using my calculations for this part over here, which you guys are probably used to now. On these, I take the PE ratio, what I estimate, kind of guess on where I think they should be at, and then we multiply it by the 50% net income gross revenue, along with 75% net income from gross revenue, and we get the numbers over here. So Riot is at 20, Marathon is at 20 PE, CleanSpark is at 20, Bitfarms is at 10, and that's the reason they are there is because of slow growth, little growth left in them. Cypher is at 20. They still have some growth left in them, so I left them at 20. And then TeraWolf has growth left in them as well. Hive, a little bit of growth left. They're supposed to be growing more this year. We'll see where they go. Hut 8, I left at 10 right now because we don't know if they're going to get through the merger with USBTC. If that happens, they might have some more growth. They're going to be going to about 7 exahash. They are at right now 2.6 exahash roughly. And then Iris Energy, I left them at 15. They're saying that they're going to be growing some more. They have cash that they can utilize to grow even further. They're building out their sites as well. So they will be growing later on this year even more. We don't know exactly how much, but they do have some growth in them. But right now they're pretty much fully installed at 5.5 exahash as it is. Okay, so those are the numbers that we're using here. We're also using the estimated revenue for the current quarter that we're in and then the last 3 quarters here, which is how we're getting the numbers. You can see those over here. And those pretty much are, like I said, the current quarter we're in is estimated, and then the last 3 should be actual for everybody that's reported their numbers. I think we're still waiting on Hive possibly to report. There might be another one as well in here that hasn't reported their Q1 numbers yet. So then, based on that information, with a 50% net income from gross revenue with a PE of 20, Riot would be at $8.89 to somewhere to $13.33. That leads me to believe that right now, Riot is a little bit overvalued in the 50% range, but they are undervalued in the 75% range. Right now, the Bitcoin miners, for the most part, are close to 50% net income from gross revenue. If you just take how much they generate in Bitcoin and what their electrical cost was, that's kind of what I'm looking at there. That would get us in between these numbers here. So that kind of represents that Riot is a little bit overvalued here on the 50, undervalued still on the 75. It would only mean that they would have a 16% increase here on the 75% part of it. Marathon is still undervalued here by 26 cents for the 50, $5.43 by the 75%. So that would give us 54% of possible growth for them. CleanSpark is still way undervalued here at $8.03 for the 50% part, and 75% is $14.29. So that's a growth of 179% to 319%. Bitfarms would be a growth of 123 to 234. Cypher is actually, by my calculations here, is a little bit overvalued here on the 50%, still undervalued under the 75%. if Bitcoin goes up in value, these will obviously improve here for them. That's why I have the two parts of it, the 50 and the 75%, depending on the metrics there. So Cypher's -6 to 41%. TerraWolf is 23% to 84%. Hive is at 58 to 137%. Hut 8 is actually overvalued right now on both of these. Based on my metrics, based on what they are actually generating in revenue, things like that, their current hash rate. So a lot of investors are giving me a lot of benefit of doubt, possibly because of the US-BTC merger happening. But right now, I see them as overvalued in both of these. Iris Energy is undervalued here by $6.18 and $11.27, so that would represent about 154% increase to 282 if all things were equal on it. So that's kind of where I'm looking at. So right now, based on my numbers, CleanSpark is still the most undervalued here as far as, well, 50 and the 75% goes. Then you got probably, next one would be Iris Energy, would be the next one, followed by Bitfarms. So those three right now are the most undervalued, in my opinion, on these, okay? Now, another calculation that I do here is to look at the market cap divided by the petahash or the exahash, however you want to do it. I did it by the petahash, and we get a value of what the market is actually valuing their hash rate, what installed hash rate, basically, current hash rate. So Riot is getting $192,246 per petahash of installed hash rate. Marathon is getting $120,000. CleanSpark is getting only $75,000 right now. Bitfarms is getting $55,000. Cypher is getting $121,000. So they're actually getting more than Marathon is right now. And then we got $86,000 for TerraWolf. Hive is at $86,000 as well. Hut 8 is at $173,000, right? That's kind of insane for the hash rate that they do have here. And Iris is at $39,000. So obviously the lowest here on that one. So if we look at just that number right there, we can see that Iris right now, in theory, would be based on this number here, the lowest or the most undervalued as it is per petahash on that one. Now, I also took another metric here, market cap divided by petahash minus the HODL position. So we're taking out the HODL position for some of these guys because they do have a huge HODL position, and that changes things substantially for some of these, not so much for the other ones that don't have a huge HODL. And here is their HODL position right now. So you can see Riot has about 7.1 thousand, Marathon's got 11.5, CleanSpark has got about 313, Bitfarms 465, Cypher 427, TerraWolf has none, Hive has about 2.2 thousand, and Hut 8 has 9.2 thousand, and Iris has none as well. So when you take out the HODL position for all of these here from their market cap, this is what we end up with market cap per petahash, and you got Riot at 173,000, Marathon at 97,000, CleanSpark at 74,000, Bitfarms at 52,000, Cypher 119,000, TerraWolf at 86,000, Hive at 65,000, Hut 8 at 73,000. So you can see what a huge impact that has had on them. It looks like their stock market cap is getting more valued based on their HODL position than their growth. Okay, Iris Energy is at 39,000 also because they don't HODL anything. So those are the numbers for the metrics, and then we also take the average for all of these, along with the ones without the HODL position in it. And we also have the max obviously being Riot in both of these right now. Okay, that kind of explains that part of it. Next, we take the average market cap per petahash. Basically what we're doing is taking the average with minus the HODL position here on all of these and applying it to all of them equally to find out where they actually should be if you're going by average price. So you can see here, Riot would be about $4.40 if everything was equal and average. Marathon would be at $6.13, CleanSpark at $4.36, Bitfarms at $1.53, Cypher at $1.49, TerraWolf at $1.38, Hive at $2.65, Hut 8 at 86 cents, and Iris Energy would be at $7.34. So, and then we would see the difference in stock price from where they are now and where they would be with these numbers. So Riot would be actually down $7.13, Marathon would be down $3.96, CleanSpark would be down 12 cents, Bitfarms would actually be up 38 cents, Cypher would be down 98 cents, TerraWolf would be down 25 cents, Hive would be down 49 cents, Hut 8 would be down $1.17, and Iris should be up $3.34. So on this part, Iris also comes out the one that should be up the most, right? So right now, that one is looking with the current hash rate, it is the most undervalued as far as that's concerned. Now, when we look at the future hash rate for these guys, so now we're taking the numbers of the average here, the same, and adding it, multiplying it times the future hash rate and getting new figures for that one. So based on that number, Riot obviously has a little bit of growth left, about 2 exahash left. This should be based on the average, about $5.26, Marathon $10.13, CleanSpark $10.27, Bitfarms $2.20, Cypher $2.14, TerraWolf $1.85, Hive $2.99, Hut 8 $1.09, Iris at $7.34. So the one with the most growth potential would be CleanSpark, $5.79 gain from where they are right now to where they should be if you look at future hash rate growth multiplied times the average hash rate here. Price per hash rate. And next one would be Iris Energy at $3.34, followed by probably Bitfarms in here. So those three, again, would be the most undervalued looking at longer term horizon part of it. Now, on this one, we're taking the actual max. So we're taking the 173,000 here and multiplying it times the future hash rate as well. And then at that point, if everybody was to be valued equally, we're looking at Riot being at $12.45. That would be a 92-cent increase. Marathon would be at $23.86. That would be a $13.87 increase. CleanSpark would be at $24.30. That would be a $19.82 increase. Bitfarms would be at $5.20. So that would be a $4.05 increase. Cypher at $5.05. That would be a $2.58 increase. TerraWolf at $4.38, $2.75 increase. Hive would be at $7.07. That would be a $3.93 increase. Hut A would be $2.58. That would be a 55-cent increase for them. Iris Energy, $17.37, or a $13.37 increase. So again, on this one, you would have, it looks like CleanSpark would be the one with the most gain potentially, followed by Marathon, and very close to that would be Iris Energy. And well, Marathon's growing quite substantially here in the next 2 quarters or so. So we'll see how close they actually get to this number, along with CleanSpark as well, along with Iris. But this is kind of looking at the future hash rate with, the max value on per petahash. And then on this one, we're looking at the current number, at the current hash rate times the max value on it. So we're looking again at this one times the current hash rate that they're in. And based on this information, we can see here that Riot should be about $10.40, which would be $1.13 less than where they are right now. Marathon should be at $14.50, or an increase of $4.41. CleanSpark should be at $10.31 at $5.83. Bitfarms at $3.61, $2.46 increase. Cypher at $3.51, $1.04 increase on that one. TerraWolf $3.27, $1.64 increase. Hive $6.27, $3.13 increase. Hut 8 would be basically where they are right now, $2.03, 0 increase for them. Iris at $17.37, that would be a $13.37 increase for them. All right, so definitely undervalued as well here on the current metric. The big thing is obviously looking forward, where the miners are going to be going forward, and that kind of gives us a little bit of a picture of where things should be on average, more or less. Okay, so when we look at all the data here for the individual miners, we have this right here, and we got Riot. So Riot's stock price right now is at $11.53. My estimates is between $8.89 to $13.37. Average HODL price for them would be $4.40. If we use just the average, would be 73,000 per petahash. The max would be $10.40, and then the average future one would be between $5.26 and $12.45. The average comes in at here at, let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller so we can see this a little bit. There we go. So that would come in at $9.47. So they are above that right now as it is. And in the future, they would be above that as well. So they do have some growth left in them based on these metrics at least. Marathon, we're looking at $10.09 right now. My estimates are $10.35 to $15.52. Average HODL, current hash rate would be at $6.13. They are getting a premium right now. And max HODL would be $14.50, so kind of in line with my top one here. Future would be obviously much higher here for them. Max HODL future hash rate would be $23.86, so still a good ways to go and definitely undervalued based on that, if they continue to get the same or close to that value as it is. Okay, next is going to be CleanSpark. CleanSpark current stock price is $4.48. I have them between $12.51 and $18.77. Definitely undervalued in my opinion right now, based on everything that we're seeing here with the other miners as well. Average HODL current hash rate would be $4.36, so that's pretty close to where we are right now. Max HODL current hash rate would be $10.31, so that is definitely a decrease or an increase from where they would be, along with the average HODL future hash rate per share. And then the max HODL would be $24.30 if they actually got the 173,000 value for petahash, right? Like Riot is getting. But we don't know if that's going to happen ever. Next is Bitfarms. Bitfarms right now is $1.15. I have them at 256 between 384. Average HODL right now, current hash rate would be $1.53. So definitely increase from where they are right now. And all of these are pretty much an increase for them as well. $3.61 for the max minus the HODL current hash rate. And then the average future hash rate would be 220. And then the max future hash rate would be $5.20. The average on this comes out to be $2.87. So they are still undervalued on that one. Next, we got ciphers at 247. I have them at 233. So they are a little bit over from where I would think they would be. $3.49 would be on the high end. Average HODL current hash rate would be $1.49. Max HODL current hash rate would be $3.51. Then average minus HODL would be 214 for the future hash rate, and the max minus HODL future hash rate would be $5.05 for them. Next is TeraWolf. TeraWolf is $1.63 right now. I have them at between $2 and $3 and change. So definitely undervalued there. Average HODL current hash rate would be $1.38. Max HODL max current hash rate would be $3.27. Average future hash rate would be $1.85. And the max future hash rate would be $4.38. So they are still under from where they should be, I think. And we got Hive. Hive is at $3.14. I have them between $4.95 and $7.43. So still undervalued from where they should be. Average current hash rate would be $2.65. Max current hash rate would be $6.27. So kind of in line where I have them between those two. And then the average future hash rate would be $2.99. And then the max would be $7.07 if they get valued at the 173,000 per petahash. Then we got Hot 8 here. Hot 8 is at $2.03. So they are coming in as currently by my calculations coming in as overvalued a little bit here, just still slightly, or being about valued correctly, I guess you could say. At this price, 50% I have them at $1.23 to $1.84. And then average current hash rate would be at 86 cents. Max current hash rate would be $2.03. Average future hash rate would be $1.09. And then max future hash rate would be $2.58. The average is $1.66. So they are above that right now as it is. That's why we got the greens here as well, to point that out. Now, Iris Energy here. Current stock price is $4. I have them between $10.18 and $15.27. So they are undervalued by my estimates. Average current hash rate should be around $7.34. If we just use the average for these guys, they're at 39,000 right now. Definitely way under. The max would be $17.37. And then, well, the same would be for the future, because right now we have them at pretty much pegged out at 5.5 exahash for those. So that's kind of how things stacked up on this. Okay, let me know if you guys agree with this or disagree with this in the comments down below. Also, looking over here, and this, I'm taking actually the current quarter that we're in estimates, multiplying it times 4, so kind of future, looking into the future more, right, as far as where things could be. So based on the current quarter that we're in, multiplying it times 4, Riot would be, annual run rate would be about 219 million. This is if Bitcoin stays where it's at, hash rate stays where it's at, things like that, right? So this is just an estimate of where things could be. Marathon would be at 324 million. Cypher would be 124 million. CleanSpark would be 178 million. And this is with the current hash rates, not adding any future hash rate to them. Hot 8 would be at 41 million. TeraWolf at 83 million. Bitfarms at 135 million. Hive at 83 million. And Iris would be at 132 million. Based on all of those numbers, Riot would be between $12.52 to $18.78. They're still undervalued by about 9% to 63%. Marathon would be between $9.27 or $19.36 and $29. That would be an increase of 92% to 188%. Cypher would be between $4.98 to $7.47. That would be an increase of 102% to 203%. CleanSpark between $15.85 and $23.78. That would be an increase of 254 and 431%. Hot 8 would be between 93 cents and $1.39. That would be actually a decrease for them of 54% and 31%. TeraWolf would be between $3.82 and $5.88. That would be an increase of 140% and 261. Then you have Bitfarms would be between $2.81 and $4.22. And that would be a 144% increase and 267% increase. Hive would be between $4.98 and $7.47. That would be a 59% increase and 138% increase. And then lastly, Iris would be between $18.11 and $27.17. That would be an increase of 353% and 579% on those numbers. So based on that, Iris is right now, if you just forward look into the future with the current quarter that we're in multiplied by 4, Iris is the most undervalued right now, followed by Clean Spark here in second spot. Then who do we have in third spot? Possibly Bitfarm. Yep, Bitfarm is in third spot again. And then after that, you would have TerraWolf, followed by Cypher potentially, Marathon, and then you would have Hive, and Hut 8 would be last here on the books. Okay, so that's kind of how things played out. Let me know what you guys think right now. So it is kind of a mixed bag a little bit depending on which way you're looking. If we're current looking, Cypher is definitely the most undervalued here based on the petahash value that they're getting. Even minus HODL on it, they're at 39,000. Followed by, who would be second at that? That would be obviously Bitfarms here. Bitfarms would be in second, then you would have Hive, and then Clean Spark in there as well after that. Okay. And then if you're forward more looking into things, you can obviously see that the potential there for gains is on, let me see here, forward. It would be for Clean Spark. This is the future hash rate looking average, right? $5.79 compared to $3.34. So there's more gain for Clean Spark on the future side of things, along with hash rate max, using the max number as well. You would get pretty much Clean Spark and Marathon being the top two undervalued on that one. Okay. All right, a lot of numbers as always. Hope you guys were able to keep pace with all of this. I try to go through this relatively quickly and get through this, well, as easily as possible, but there is a lot of numbers and there's a lot of calculations based on all of this. Now, look through this. So you guys can probably see if there's any errors in there. I will provide this, obviously, to my Patreon members. I don't know how I'm going to be able to provide this to, I'll maybe provide the charts or something like that to YouTube members there. Okay, but as always, not financial advice. You guys know the drill here. This is just my calculations, the way I'm looking at things and kind of doing my investing based on all these. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if anybody else reports any quarterly reports, and I think we still are waiting on Mawson to report their production update. Okay, so that's it. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.